Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make another statue. This time, after many months of requests, I'm finally going to be showing you guys how to make an enderman statue. So if you want to make him, here's what you're going to need. You don't need very much at all. You'll need black wool, dark grey, purple wool, and finally magenta wool. That is all you'll need. Black, dark grey, purple, magenta. So once you have got those four colours and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'm going to be making it right here. You're going to want to kick this off with this sequence of blocks coming directly up from the floor. So you want to do 4 black wool, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1 dark grey. Then 1 black. Then 5 dark grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1 black. 1 dark grey. 1 black, and finally, to finish this row off, you're going to want to do 13 dark grey. That's 1, 3, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think one of those blocks placed. I suppose I'll find out when I do this next row. So once you've done that, you're going to want to have something which should look exactly like that, just a very long row coming up directly from the ground. So once you've done that, and pause this if necessary of course, it's time for us to do row number 2, which is positioned directly to the right of that row, and again we're going to be building directly up from the floor. So to start this off, you're going to want to do 3 black wool, 1, 2, 3, then 7 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 2 black wool, 1, 2. Then 9 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then 2 black wool, 1, 2. Then 1 dark grey. Then 3 black wool, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it would seem as though one of the blocks didn't place on the left row. I thought I might have accidentally added another block, but it would seem I was right. So there you have it. That is what you want to have for row number 2. There you have the front of one of the enderman's legs. So pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, we're going to make the front of the other leg. So to do that, all you have to do is come down to the bottom of your leg, and going right of that second row, you're going to want to miss 2 rows. So, starting from here, miss 1, miss 2, and then on the third row here, you're just going to want to replicate the row that you've just made. And I would count out all of the blocks again and give you the instructions, but in reality, all you have to do is copy the row that is literally just 2 rows away. So all you have to do is just copy by looking ever so slightly to the left what you have just done. So that is what I'm doing right now. So once you've done that, you should end up with something that should look exactly like that. As you can see, very simple. As I said, all you have to do, look a little bit to the left and copy what you've done. So pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, we're going to do the exact same thing, just a little bit to the right. So this time, we're going to, directly to the right of the row that we've just done, copy the first row that we've done. And we're going to be using the same method because there's no reason not to. All you have to do is just copy what you've already done. You'll have to zoom out a couple of times like I'm doing now. I'm not looking at my plans or anything. I'm just using the exact same method that I expect you guys to be able to follow. So there you have it. That is the front of the enderman's legs. Pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, it is time for us to move on to the back of the legs. So once you have reached this point right here in which you have the front of both of the enderman's legs, it's time for us to move around to the back where the sheep is. It comes with a complementary sheep. So I figure we'll start on the first leg, the one that we started with. So on this right leg as we come around the back, and we'll start on the left. I always like to start from the left. So, starting from here, here's what you... So starting from here, here's what you want to do, and we're going to be using the exact same method to build these up. So from the floor, going directly up, just calling the amount of colours. You want to do 9 black wool, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You then want to do 1 dark grey, then 1 black, then 16 dark grey. 1, 6, 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, it would seem as though that would take you up to the top of the leg. I couldn't see that on my plans. I would have just said that if I had known. So that is what you want for the first row of the back of the legs. Pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, it is time for us to move on to row number 2. So the right row now, just directly to the right of it, you're going to want to start off with 6 black wool going directly up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you want to do 2 dark grey. 1, 2. Then 1 black. 1. Then 3 dark grey. 1, 2, 3. Then 2 black wool. 1, 2. Then you want to do... I'm sorry guys, I have to count this out. You want to do 10 dark grey wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you want to do 1 black wool, then 1 dark grey, then 1 black wool, which will give you something that should look exactly like this, just to zoom out and show you. So that is what you want to have for the second row of the back of the leg. So pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, we're going to do the exact same thing to leg number 2, and we're going to be using the exact same method here as we used on the front to make the second leg. So all you have to do is this time look a little bit to the right and just copy what you have. So as you can see, very quick, very easy process. That is the first row taken care of. As you can see, they are identical as they're supposed to be. So pause that if necessary, of course. That is row number 1. Let's copy row number 2. So to the row ever so slightly to the left of what we've just done, you just want to employ the exact same method and copy what we have over on the right hand side of our screens, which will give you, once you've finished, something that should look exactly like that. Very simple, very easy. Pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, we're going to be moving on to the torso. Alrighty then, so let's move back over to the front side of the legs and come up to the top of them. This is somewhat hard to explain, so I think I'm just going to do this. You're going to want to essentially just balance a row of 6 dark grey wool on top of the front row of the legs, like so. What you then want to do, once you've done that row of 6, is just extend it out by 1 either side to give you a grand total of a row of 8 dark grey wool, like so. What you then want to do, in front of that row of 8 dark grey, going from left to right, you want to do this little sequence of blocks. So you want to do 3 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, then 1 black wool, then 3 dark grey, then 1 black wool, and that will give you the first row of the torso. And unfortunately, that's how we're going to have to build up the torso. We're just going to have to go left to right, systematically working our way up. So that is the first row of the torso. Pause that if necessary, of course. Let's move on to row number 2. So for row number 2, again, starting from the left, going over to the right, just calling out the colours, you want to do 2 dark grey, 1, 2, then 1 black, then 4 dark grey, then finally 1 black. That's row number 2. Row number 3. 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. That is row number 3. Row number 4, you want to do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. Oh, it would seem as though that was just a repeat of the previous row. I apologise, I didn't notice. For the next row, you're going to want to do 5 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1, 2. For the next row, you want to do 2 dark grey, 1, 2, 1 black, 3 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 1 black, 1 dark grey. For the next row, you want to do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. For the next row, you want to do 4 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. For the next row, you want to do 2 black, 1, 2, 2 dark grey, 1, 2, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. Don't worry guys, it's almost done. I hate doing this as much as you do. For the next row, you want to do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. And now for the final row of the torso, you want to do 4 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 black wool, and then 3 dark grey to finish everything off, which should give you something that should look exactly like that. So pause that for now, sir, of course. Once you're finished doing that, it's time for us to build up the back. So come round to the back of your statue, and from the 8 original dark grey blocks that started off the torso, you just want to extend that row back by 1 with another row of 8 dark grey. Then the next row is going to be the first row of the back, and unfortunately for us, I wish that we could do this differently. We've got to build the back of the statue up exactly like we've just built up the front of the statue. So going from left to right, in front of this row of 8 dark grey, you want to do this sequence of blocks. 1 black, 3 dark grey, 1 black, 3 dark grey, which will give you the first row of the back of the statue. So pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, it's time for us to go into build mode. So for the next row, you want to do 1 black, 4 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey. For the next row, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. For the next row, do the exact same as the previous row. So just place dark grey where you have dark grey and black where you have black. So like that. For the next row, do 2 dark grey, 1 black, the rest of the row is dark grey. For the next row, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 3 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey. For the next row, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey. For the next row, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 4 dark grey to finish off the row. For the next row, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 2 black. For the next row, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, the rest of the row is dark grey. And for the final row of the back, all you need to do is an entire row of dark grey wool, which should give you something that should look exactly like that. So that is what you want to have for the entire back of the statue. Pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, it is time for us to move on to the head. So come round to the front of your statue once again and come up to the top of the torso. And what you want to do is stack another row of 8 dark grey directly on top of the top row of the torso, like so. What you then want to do is place 2 rows of 8 dark grey directly in front of that row that you've just made to give you something which should look a little bit like that. And from the side, as you can see, that just wants to be hanging over the front of the torso by 2 rows. The most outward row, this row right here, is going to be the first row of the face. So once you've got that, what you want to do for the second row of the face is just another row of 8 dark grey, like that. Unfortunately for us, the next row is slightly more complicated. So for row number 3, you want to place 2 dark grey in the centre of the next row, a single dark grey on the ends of the row, and then black wool everywhere else. For the next row, I think that we probably have to do this going from left to right. So for the next row going from left to right, do 1 magenta, 1 purple, 1 magenta, 2 dark grey, 1 magenta, 1 purple, 1 magenta. And those are the enderman's eyes. Look how piercing they are. Disturbing. For the next row, you want to do 4 dark grey in the 4 centre spots of the row, and then black everywhere else. For the next row, do a single dark grey on the ends of the row, a single black coming in towards the centre next to the dark grey, and then fill the rest of the row in with dark grey. For the next row, do a single black on the ends of the row, 2 black in the 2 centre spots of the row, and then dark grey everywhere else. Then, for the final row of the head, do 4 black in the 4 centre spots of the row, a single black on the ends of the row, and then dark grey in the 2 remaining spots, which should give you something that should look exactly like that. That is Endy's face. Very scary. Very angry. Alright, so pause out for now, sir, of course. Once you've done that, it's time for us to move on to the rest of the head. So come round to the back of the head, and where we have this row of 8 dark grey wool that started off the head, you're going to want to extend back this row over the back of the statue until it overhangs the back of the statue by 1 row, like this, just to give you guys a side profile. So once you've done that, it's time for us to build up the back of the head. The reason that it is only overhanging by 1 is because the next row is going to be the first row of the back of the head, and there's a little bit to it. So for the next row, coming back from this row that overhangs by 1, you just want to do 2 black wool in the centre of the row, and then dark grey everywhere else. And once you've done that, you have the first row of the back of the head complete. So pause that for now, sir, of course. Once you've done that, it's time for us to kick this up a gear, and unfortunately we've got to build the majority of this going from left to right because it's a little weird. So for the second row of the back of the head going from left to right, you want to do 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey. For the next row, do 1 black, rest of the row dark grey. For the next row, do 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey. For the next row, here's where it starts getting a little simpler. You want to do a single black on the ends of the row, 2 black in the 2 centre spots of the row, and then dark grey everywhere else. Then, for the next row, do a single dark grey on the ends of the row, a black directly next to that dark grey, and then dark grey everywhere else. For the next row, you want to do something similar, except you want to do 2 black in the 2 centre spots of the row, dark grey either side of the black, black either side of the dark grey, and then dark grey on the ends to finish off the row. And for the final row of the back of the head, do 2 dark grey in the centre spots of the row, a single black either side of that dark grey, and then dark grey everywhere else to give you something that should look exactly like that. You see, it's almost a pattern, but then they have to ruin it with that black bar on the left hand side, otherwise it's very easy to make. So that is what you want for the entire back of the head. Pause that for now, of course. Once you've done that, it's time for us to move on to the side. So I'll be starting on this side right here, and we will be using the exact same strategy as we have for most of this tutorial, in which we'll just be building from left to right, calling out the colours. So for the second row, on the side of the head, you just want an entire row of dark grey, like so. Then, for the next row, do 4 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 black, 1 dark grey. For the next row, do 1 black, then make the rest of the row dark grey. Then, for the next row, do 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey. Then, for the next row, do an entire row of dark grey. Then, for the next row, do 1 dark grey, 1 black, then the rest of the row is dark grey. Then, for the final row of the side of the head, just make it entirely dark grey wool to give you something which should look exactly like that. Not too complicated whatsoever, so pause that for now, so of course. Once you've done that, we've got to go and do the exact same thing on the other side of the head. And to do this side of the head, all you have to do is just look directly forward and copy the side that you have just done. There is no instructions needed here. All you have to do is exactly what I've described, and that's what I'm doing as well. So as you can see, very quick and easy. Just follow that method, look directly forward, copy what you've already done, and you should end up with something that looks exactly like that. So pause that for now, sir, of course. Once you've done that, we just have to finish off the head by filling in the top of the head, and unfortunately for us there is a pattern on the top of the head. So again, we're going to be using very similar methods to what we've been using all along, except we're going to be building from the back of the head, left to right, coming forwards towards the front of the head. So take a view like this, and starting from the back of the head, as I am now, going from left to right, you want to do this sequence of the blocks for the second row of the top of the head. Do 1 black wool, 1 dark grey, 2 black wool, 1 dark grey, 1 black wool. For the next row, do 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black. For the next row, do 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey. For the next row, do 2 dark grey, 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black. For the next row, do 1 black, 2 dark grey, 1 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. For the next row, do 1 black, 1 dark grey, 2 black, 1 dark grey, 1 black. And once you have done that row, you have successfully filled in the top of the head, which should look exactly like that. That's a nice little pattern, isn't it? Alright, so that is what you want to have for the entire top of the head. Pause that for now, sir, of course. Once you've done that, all we have to do to finish this statue off is add on the arms. So come over to the left hand side of your statue, and from this block that I have highlighted right here, I'll give you guys a moment to find it. From this block right here, what you want to do is place a single dark grey wool, like so. I figured I'd just place that first block there just to help you identify, although I'm sure most of you guys will have no trouble. And what you want to do, directly under that single dark grey block, is this sequence of blocks. We're going to be building the arms exactly like we built the legs, just in 2 long rows. So what you want to do underneath this single dark grey going down is, first of all, 5 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you want to do 1 dark grey. And then 2 black. 1, 2. And then you want to do, let me count, 9 dark grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I hate building down. 9 dark grey. Then you want to do 2 black wool. 1, 2. Then you want to do 7 dark grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then to finish off this row of the arm, you want to do 3 black wool. So 1, 2, 3. And once you've done that, you should end up with something that should look exactly like this. That's somewhat difficult to show you just because of how long and gangly it is. So that is what you want for the first row of the arm. Pause out if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, it's time for us to do row number 2, which is just directly to the left of the row that we've just done. So again, in one long sequence, you want to do, starting from the top, going down, 1 black wool, and then 15 dark grey. That's 1, 5, 15. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then you want to do a single black wool. Then 1 dark grey. Then 1 black. Then you want to do 5 dark grey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you want to do 1 black wool. Then 1 dark grey. And then finally, to finish off this row of the arm, do 4 black wool. Which will give you something, once you've finished it, that looks exactly like that. Alright, so that is what you want for the front side of the arm. Pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, we're going to go and do the exact same thing on the other side of the statue. So come over to the right hand side here, and starting from the exact same position as you did on the other side, we're going to be doing the exact same thing, except I think I'm going to be calling out all of the colours again, since we can't easily see the other arm. So starting from the same position, which is right here, going directly under from this dark grey, you're going to want to do 5 black wool, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1 dark grey, 1, then 2 black wool, 1, 2, and then 9 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 2 black wool, 1, 2, then 7 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then finally to finish this off, 3 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, which should end up looking exactly like this. And all you have to do to make sure you've done that right is just compare it to the other arm, which, as you can see, is the exact same. Alright, so once you've done that, and pause that if necessary, of course, it's time for us to do the outer row of that arm. So starting from the top and working our way down, you want to start off with a single black wool. Then you want to do 15 dark grey. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then you want to do 1 black, then 1 dark grey, then 1 black, and then you want to do 5 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1 black, 1 dark grey, and then 4 black to finish off that row right there, which will give you the front of the second arm. And I know it's getting a little dark, but you should be able to see that quite clearly still. So pause that if necessary. Once you've done that, it's time for us to move on to the back of the arms, the last thing that needs doing on this stack. Alright, so moving around to the back of the arms now. I think we'll probably start with the first arm that we made. So starting on the right hand side of the back, and this time we're going to be building up from the bottom, going up to the top, since we now have that option. I always like to build up. I always find it difficult to build down for some reason. So starting from the bottom of the right arm, as you're on the back, from the left row going directly up, you want to kick this off by doing 9 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you want to do 1 dark grey, and then 1 black wool. Then you want to do 17 dark grey. That's 1, 7, 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then you just want to do a single black wool and then a dark grey to finish off that row of the back of the arm, which will give you, once you've done it, something that should look exactly like that. I know it's somewhat difficult to see, but that's pretty much as good as I can do. So pause that if necessary, of course. That is the first row of the back of the arms. So once you've done that, it's time for us to do the other row. So again, starting from the bottom, working our way up, you're going to want to start with 6 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do 2 dark grey, 1, 2. Then 1 black, 1. Then 3 dark grey, 1, 2, 3. Then do 2 black, 1, 2. Then do 10 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then do 1 black wool. Then 1 dark grey. Then 3 black wool, 1, 2, 3. And then finally, to finish off this second row of the back of the arms, do a single dark grey. And once you've done that, you should end up with something that looks exactly like this. So pause that if necessary, of course. Once you've done that, it's time for us to go and do the exact same thing on the other arm. So coming over to the left hand side now, again, starting from the bottom on the row closest to the center of the statue right here, you're going to want to kick this off just as we did on the other side with 9 black wool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then 1 dark grey. Then 1 black wool. Then you want to do 17 dark grey. That's 1, 7, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Then do 1 black and finally 1 dark grey to finish off that row. And let's just compare both inner rows together. Yep, they are the exact same, so that has been done correctly. Pause that if necessary, of course, if you're still doing that. Once you've done that, all we have to do is this final row of the statue, then we can admire our work. So again, starting from the bottom, working our way up, you want to start off with 6 black wool, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 2 dark grey, 1, 2, then 1 black, then 3 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, then 2 black, 1, 2, then 10 dark grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1 black wool, then 1 dark grey, then 3 black, 1, 2, 3, then finally 1 dark grey wool to finish off the back of that arm. And again, I'm just going to compare both arms to see if they've been done correctly, which they seem to have been. So pause that if necessary. Once you've done that, it's time for us to take a little bit of a look at our statue, since once you have completed that second arm, the tutorial is over. It is complete. There is nothing more to show you. Let me give you a nice 360-degree view of the statue. I really like this, by the way. I really wish I would have done this at an earlier point in time, because I really do enjoy it. I might do some more mob statues. I've been pretty much requested to make every single mob that exists in Minecraft by now, so I might just do it. We'll have to see. I'll make them first and then I'll decide, but I really do like this one. It's a really weird shape. It's somewhat easy to make. It's somewhat simple in design when you think about it. It's just pretty big. I don't know how big the actual statue is, like in relation to, let's say, a skin statue, but it's almost definitely taller. So there you have it. There is your enderman. Makes a really nice statue. If you wanted to, you could invert the black and the dark grey. It's really up to you. I should have mentioned that at the start of the tutorial. Maybe I'll make the other version where it's like dark grey on black instead of this, which is black on dark grey. However, I think that this is much more closer to a match in colour. So there's your enderman. Hopefully it was easy enough to follow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, maybe you should think about subscribing. I have plenty more stuff like this on my channel. I have tutorials ranging from YouTube statues, skin statues, houses, pixel art, the list goes on. Thanks for watching.